Where's Andri?
Where's Andri?
I'm here! Welcome to Pagefire! We planned this, I promise.
Hey, vill du ha puta?
Gonna put me to sleep?
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
That's a pun for you Norwegians out there. Anyway, we are doing a video.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
What kind of a video?
A video!
What kind?
A QnA video!
Hey, what now?
Akuna Matata.
Yeah, anyway, it's the end of 2022. Who would have believed?
I like that you had to pause there. 22?
Yeah, I always have to do that. Like, do I say it right? Where are we?
And we're
What
almost at
year
the end
is
of the
it?
year, so it's extra confusing.
Exactly. This year has gone by pretty fast, actually. At least at least when it comes to the last couple of years, which we're just snailing away.
Yeah.
But we have managed to do a little bit of work.
We did 3 whole how to makes.
Yeah.
Except you can only see 2 of them because YouTube updated and now shorts are in their own section of the channel.
Yeah.
Correction! That short video was actually uploaded in December last year, so we only made 2 videos this year. Oopsie whoopsie. 2 old videos, that's a new low.
Yeah, but a lot of things were happening behind the scenes, like you...
Yeah, I finished my last exam for university and now I have a bachelor degree in music!
Woo!
Now I can finally go listen here, you little shit, when someone says Black Sabbath is technically blues.
What?
Wait, what?
Does anybody say that?
No, but I can now go know you.
No, you! And
I went to vacation to Iceland. I got this glass.
nice.
As you can see, I'm an icon in Iceland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was, and what else did we do?
I found out I had depression. Yay!
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Can relate. We've been to a lot of concerts this year because obviously because of the last 2 years we haven't been able to see concerts at all. So there's been a lot piling up that we finally got to see. Let's see, we went to The Who, like the Mongolian The Who, which was amazing. I've seen a lot of my heroes this year. I got to see Alice Cooper, Queen.
Nita Strauss.
We saw Conception, and I finally got to see Roy Khan, my favorite vocalist of all time, like right there. Like we were on the first row, so it was like right there. That was pretty amazing. We saw Rammstein again. It's my second time seeing Rammstein, and it was, I think somebody said, the biggest concert on Norwegian ground ever. So that was amazing. Were you there? I don't know.
Nope.
No.
I was too busy doing other stuff, like editing the videos.
Yeah.
So when I remember, oh yeah, there's a Rammstein concert, literally the day you sent the step.
Yeah.
And I thought, maybe I should buy a ticket and get there. That's probably sold out, and probably costs more than my soul right now. And it did, actually.
I worked there.
Yeah, you worked there. We actually got tickets on the day of the concert because somebody Martin knew got sick and had to sell there. So we were in the foyer zone, and I ended up right behind like a wall of tall guys. So I was like, where are they? Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and we also we went to Inferno, the black metal festival in Easter this year. So I got to see Mayhem at 12 o'clock at night. I'm not really a festival person either, so like one concert at a time is enough for me usually. So we saw like 4 or 5 concerts. So when we finally got to Mayhem, I was like, can we go home and sleep now? Yay, Mayhem.
Mayhem, more like Soviem.
Oh, wow.
That's not a joke for you Norwegians. I was on one of them that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to see Avantasia.
Yeah, we saw Avantasia.
I was not there.
As I was. I saw Diablo Swing Orchestra. That was really fun.
There.
That's one of the few bands that I've seen live that actually sounds exactly they do on record.
Wow,
That was kind of amazing.
Oh, I'm jealous. Oh, and we forgot to say the most important. We saw and got to meet the Bridge City Sinners when they came to Oslo.
Yeah.
That was so cool. Like they were playing at the Blitz, which is like...
It's where anarchists go to complain.
Yeah, it's my first time ever being there, and I don't know, it's not really my kind of place. It was so cool, and Scott from Bridge City, he saw us and I was like, hey, you're the Pagefire guys, come hang out with us backstage.
Yeah.
So we got to hang out there and just sit and talk, and I got the vinyl, and everybody signed the vinyl for me, so I'm gonna treasure that vinyl till I die.
And I sat there really nervously, like, should I say something?
Yeah, you were so quiet. So that was a fun, so that's a little bit of what we have done. So we've seen a lot of music, and we're making a lot of music too. Like some of you may have realized already, Nekonomicon is now a band.
Yeah.
And we're in it.
We're a band?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your project.
It's my
Losers.
It's a project?
No, it's a band.
Oh. I thought we were a band.
Anywho, so
Yeah.
it's the three of us and two more guys who you get to meet on the Nekonomicon channel after a while.
We were just waiting for the photos to process. We took some band photos, and then we'll probably set up a website, and then you can read all about our backstories.
Yeah,
Yes.
a tragic backstory.
Yeah, there will be lore.
And you'll definitely gonna. Fuck, I can talk today.
Today.
That's allowed.
Yeah, we
So
went
you're
to a
gonna look forward for this. Trust us.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and we started rehearsing, and new music is on the way.
And the EP should be done in March, actually a day before my birthday, so keep an eye on that. And then we're gonna work on another EP, more context on that after the EP.
First
Yeah.
EP and then EP.
EPP. We'll have,
Beep.
we'll have EPs.
EPs. And yeah, more music coming. So how's that gonna work out for the next year, you guys think? Like, what are we gonna do next year?
Well, my dream plan for Nekonomicon at least is to just practice the songs until we practice like 10, 12 of them, and then start figuring out concert problems.
Yeah, we want to play live. But for as for Pagefire, like, what the hell are we gonna do?
That's a very good question. As you guys have, if you paid attention to the video, I have some kind of depression. Basically, I learned from my psychiatrist, it's a minor depression. Not depressed enough to like self-harm, but just depressed enough to not have fun. And it has kind of affected the channel a little bit. It's been very back and forth editing the videos, where I keep thinking like, this is not fun, or there's just something that feels wrong with editing the videos. And I also noticed that for the Patreon, we've barely paid attention to that. We've completely forgotten about one-hit 10 genres.
Yeah.
So the plan right now is to just work a couple more how to make, because we keep getting messages occasionally saying like, oh, I love the show, keep going, and that's kinda helping. But at the same time, like the fans and the money motivation is not enough right now.
It's a bit of pressure for you?
Yeah, it's like even more pressure. It didn't help that I also have anxiety, so becoming an e-celeb is not helping.
Oh.
So the plan next year is just keep making the how to makes and just see where it goes. We have a couple planned, and then we're gonna work on a big one that might come next year or the year after. You'll know why or why not in the next QnA 2024. No, 2023. And
Years are difficult.
yeah. And one thing me and Mel Martin talked about is to maybe, instead of doing one hit 10 genres, which is just a bunch of tiny ideas for a hit song, why don't we just do a full version every time? So we might just do a full cover of what's popular, full cover of what was popular, if it's part of a trend.
Like.
Or maybe something people requested, like, oh, this would be a good metal genre, or metal video play.
Yeah, or maybe even stupid meme songs as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh god, no.
I've been really inspired by a couple of YouTubers who have been doing vocal covers, like Mana, link here, and Lil V, link here. Correction, Lil V does not do vocal covers. I accidentally mixed both of them up. I just meant covers in general on both channels, but it's Mana that does the Vocaloid and Lil V does the fun pop stuff. Lil V is becoming a new big inspiration for what to do with music. Listen to his 24-hour Cinderella cover, it slaps.
Whoa.
And also that Boom 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 one, the Venga Boys one he just released.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Oh, that one, yeah.
But shoutouts aside, we have plans for the channel, but we're gonna have to workshop it definitely after Christmas or New Year.
Yeah.
One of the, like we were talking about with the how to makes, a little promise that we made last year and ended up not being able to come through with was how to make Death Rock.
Yeah.
Which we were planning to do for Halloween, but time...
Logistics.
Yeah, and also, a spoiler by the way, we're gonna do a little collab for that one, and the person we're collabing with was currently moving houses at that point, so...
Oh, good night.
Oh. So we ended up maybe pushing it to next Halloween, maybe, or whenever we have time or are able to work with that person.
It would be funny if we just finished the video and then we're so picky we release it on Halloween. But if we missed the deadline again, we'll do the Halloween after.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if I like gained muscles and lost a lot of weight. You just see another video of me like still sort of chubby.
Yeah, speaking of, you two have been working out like champs this year.
Yeah.
You can almost see muscles.
There.
Yeah.
And there.
And there.
The muscles are getting bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been working out, both of you, and I'm really proud of you guys.
I'm now addicted to eggs and protein bars.
Protein!
Protein!
Just that kangaroo from
Agretzko.
Agretzko. Yeah. Protein! I keep starting to work out, but I found that going to the gym by myself usually just gives me major anxiety and sensory overload, so I need to find something else. So I'm trying to sign up for a belly dance course over New Year's, because I want to really work on my belly muscles and move your body without really stressing about reps or people watching you or just having fun with it.
So you're saying it's not working out?
Just go fall for that. But anyhow, like I've been steadily like losing a little bit of weight since last year. Like I remember last year when we filmed filmed How to Make Post-Punks, which is still one of my favorite videos, but that was like the heaviest weight I've ever been in my life, and I never want to go back to that. So I've lost 7 kilos since then, but I want to at least get to a point where people stop asking me if I'm pregnant. Yeah, they're twins. I call them Ben and Jerry. So yeah, we're working on ourselves, both physically and mentally and musically, I think we can say. Hopefully
We're working a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, we're working it out.
Anyway, this is supposed to be a Q&A, and you guys have some questions. So
Yeah. And to make sure I was not left out, we have OG Martin, UK Martin, who are doing located scouting somewhere. How's the weather down there?
It's hot. Didn't dress for this. I did. Jeans, bitches. Fuck you then.
It'll be fine. Anyway, let's A some Qs.
Yes. Bring on the cues.
Why?
I mean, why not?
It's fun to stay at the wall.
That was very dissonant. If you could make any mythical creature real, which one would it be?
I think
Ooh.
every time I think about a mythical creature, like I think it would be cool if it was real, but I think maybe not. Like unicorns, they're pretty, but maybe might stab people to death. Vampires, kind of sexy, but also kind of lethal. Mermaids, yeah.
If it's like the book version of the mermaids, where they like drag in the water and drown you.
If we could tame them, I would probably say a manticore or a
Yeah, manticores are pretty cool.
chimera, a greph, dragon. Give me all of them.
All of them.
Dragging these nuts across your face.
Yes, please.
Please?
My answer is, of course, unicorn, because I want to see the world where you can own a horse that can potentially stab you. Because I don't want the magical unicorn, I want the one that just has a horn.
The horny kind.
Yeah. The skinny rhinos.
The skinny rhinos. But yeah,
But in that case, would you mind having an alicorn instead?
the one with wings?
Yeah.
Nah, flying is for dummies.
Okay. So yeah, in that case, maybe vampires if they're the what we do in the shadows kind.
I'll stick with the manticore.
Honest politicians. Garfield.
How did you come up with the idea of explaining every male genre, and which was your favorite to work on?
Yeah. Guess this one's for you.
I've said this.
I think this one specifically for you.
That's an oddly specific one. I mean, I said where the idea came from already. It's basically like, I can find weird genres and just talk about them in a weird and fascinating way. And I'm also inspired by like very heavily edited YouTubers like Categories, so I just wanted to do something like that, but with the music.
And roast the fuck out of them.
Yeah, just roast the fuck out of them, which is something that's kind of randomly in places right now, but yeah.
It was difficult when we started making videos of genres we actually like.
Yeah, the problem is that we're too nice.
Yeah.
See power metal, see thrash metal, see post-punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what they say, you only roast the ones you love.
And I hate all of you. Right now my favorite to work on, just because I got back to the zone of it, right now is How to Make Crust-Punk. Even though it didn't turn out completely how I wanted, it still felt more like a old school Pagefire video. More focus on the roasting, more a smoother description of all the instruments and such, like just don't do like, let me explain the guitar, and let me explain the guitar again. So instead I just explained them all in the DAW section, which was much easier workflow, and also I switched to Premiere Pro, which is much easier to edit in. And so because of that, right now, Crust-Punk is my favorite.
Also, will you ever make a tutorial on making a Nekonomicon track? That'd be funny!
As for tutorial on Nekonomicon, I actually been thinking about that, but we'll wait until the second EP is done, because I think that would be more interesting to explain the new thought process, because the old thought process is just, I have an idea for a riff/melody, let me write it down. Oh, here's more ideas. Oh, here's lyrics that's too difficult to sing. This will not be a problem when we do this live.
Yeah.
And because of that, now that we are a band, a proper band, there's gonna be a different workflow, so I wanna wait until the EP's done to explain the new workflow.
As a music nerd, what's the most memorable shows/concert you ever been to?
Yeah, we already talked about concerts
yeah.
earlier, and this year alone I've seen a lot of good concerts.
But was this year memorable?
I think the most memorable, like, of all time for me would probably be the first time I saw Rammstein was in Denmark in 2019, I think. So it was the first concert we traveled for, Martin and I. So we went to Denmark because the show in Oslo got sold out super quick.
Yeah, I was that close to get tickets, but due to a hiccup on my internet, I was sent back in the line again, and then it was sold out. I just tried, just for fun, see how easy it was to get tickets in Copenhagen in Denmark. I had them after 5 minutes.
So I just got a text, pack your bags, we're going to Denmark.
Yeah.
Regardless of genre, Rammstein is my favorite band of all time. So just finally seeing them live and like, you know how they are, they just put on insane live shows. So finally getting to experience that, it was insane.
Yeah, my most memorable moment was probably when I was 13 years old and went to my first proper concert. That was Ozzy Osbourne and Oslo Spectrum.
I'm so jealous I haven't seen Ozzy.
Yeah, and what I remember the most from that evening, I was totally blown away with the show, the everything. Just seeing a fucking superstar just blew me away. And the Prince of Darkness appears.
Hey Ozzy! Do you like jazz?
And also, that was also the same evening I realized I found one of my all-time favorite bands as well, because they were the support for Ozzy Osbourne, which was Black Label Society.
Yeah.
And I realized, okay, Stackwell is a fucking good guitar player. So
Dad?
The blonde Bigfoot himself.
I saw my father.
Daddy, do I look like?
Speaking of Stackwell, 5 years later, he had some sort of meet and greet before an Ozzy and Friends concert in Oslo in 2012, and I finally got to meet him.
And he signed your guitar?
He signed my guitar, yeah.
Take a look at this picture, Martin meeting Stackwell, and then look at Martin now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, I was 18 on that picture.
As for my concert, okay, this was around I don't remember when, but you probably remember the year, because I remember you tried to sneak on that concert. It was a concert with Children of Bottom, Ensiferum, and Machine Supremacy. 3 of my top favorite bands at the moment, just in one concert. I was just like, Argh! On that concert, yeah, that was really memorable. I lost my glasses that day, so I couldn't see the band, so I was constantly yeah. But what's actually made that day mostly memorable is...
Language is hard.
But what made it memorable was that there was a mosh pit. That's the first time I've ever been in a mosh pit, a proper mosh pit. There was a mosh pit in a concert before, but there was only like 3 people in that, so it didn't count. But in that mosh pit, someone decided to bring a beer.
Oh no.
And they spilled the beer in the mosh pit and spilled it on me. And that was during Ensiferum, like under the first 2 songs-ish. And then the same guy, and I know it's the same guy because he went back to the bar, got another beer, another mosh pit started, and I saw him again spilling the beer on me. So I had 2 layers of t-shirt, a regular t-shirt, and a t-shirt I bought that was just covered in beer. So I just could stand there like, yep, this is my life now. But it didn't matter because the bands were awesome.
Free beer.
Technically free beer.
Also, the reason I tried to sneak in, I weren't old enough for the concert yet.
Oh.
And that was in 2011. I would also add the Alice Cooper concert this summer.
Yeah, Alice Cooper was the guy who got me into, well, he turned me into a metalhead and he turned me into a goth, and this year I finally got to see him as well, so that was amazing. And also with Nita Strauss.
Oh yeah.
I got to meet him.
Yeah, you lucky
You
bastard!
lucky bastards.
How is he?
Very chill.
He seems very chill, he seems like a
Yeah.
cool grandpa type.
Yes, very much so.
I was trying to think the scene in Wayne's World is more accurate to him than I actually believe.
We're not worthy!
In my opinion, Iggy Pop is the polar opposite. He's great on stage and everything, but backstage, oh, diva.
Oh god, no.
A bigger diva than Andri.
Oh!
Oh,
I have one, but it's not memorable in a good way. Martin was actually on that concert, not you. Metal Martin was on that concert. It was a band from Tromsø called Triosphere, and they sucked. Oh my god, I can still hear the damn vocalist going, "Remember to buy the album coming out this summer." Just play the goddamn song. And they weren't even good. They were like, at best, meh. Every solo, between every song, just remember to buy the album. It's like, oh, shut up.
I've been to so many concerts and festivals and stuff. I don't really have a memorable one. I mean, the most exciting probably for me was meeting either Alice Cooper or Iggy Pop, talking to them personally, but not anything more than that.
Yeah, like memorable and positive, I would say would be The Who. But I can't really say it was memorable because I was so blackout drunk I don't remember anything.
Will you say The Who from England or from Mongolia?
Mongolia.
Okay.
The good ones.
Yeah.
Have you ever had blocks, like running out of ideas or stuck in a bottleneck period?
Yeah.
Yep. Gaming content's coming soon, guys. I promise.
Yeah, I haven't made or uploaded anything to my channel in 2 years?
Yeah.
More or less, yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
When do I not have it?
Oof. Yeah, I mean, that's something that happens to everyone who has any kind of creative endeavors, like whether you're writing songs or scripts or you get to a point.
Or just simply watching a fucking DAW.
I found my best answer is a joke from another YouTuber, Bones Point, if you know. The secret to not having writer's block: don't be a writer, be an editor. Editing someone else's work is easier than coming up with original ideas, because then you have to actually do more than just creating it.
Like for some upcoming How to Makes episode, I've actually started trying to write the scripts myself, and I'm just like, what would Andri do? Yeah, so I'm much more of an editor, like you said. Like I help you with the scripts and with the song lyrics and such. Like I've written one song from scratch, which we haven't released yet. We've had a couple of times where we both worked out a song. I remember especially with Dragon Wings, and we're just sitting, staring at the screen like, what the hell do we do here? And then we went home, slept on it, and then I got back the next day. I was like, yes.
And try to do something completely different for a while, and then go back to the project.
Yeah. Like I've said before, some of the best ideas I get when I'm in the shower. So showers are cool.
Sometimes hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for me, usually I just work on as many projects as possible. Sometimes I just make something random and dumb, and just to see if there's something salvageable in there, I might put it in another song. A lot of the songs in the Nekonomicon album are salvaged from other ideas / project that never got off. So I just decided to put them there.
Case in point, Cursed Kirby.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, that was just a throwaway riff in How to Make Nintendo Core, and I was just like, I should use that riff for something.
Yeah, and somebody noticed that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moderator.
Yeah.
Hey, Brent, shout out. Don't think immediately I have to have an idea. Sometimes ideas just come to you.
Yeah.
Plus, also learning about shit helps me a lot. Like, sometimes I learn about something very specific and goes, ooh, that's a song idea. Or that's a movie idea. Or an idea for a joke in a video.
How much metal do you actually listen to, and what other genres you do when it's not metal?
Huh. How do you measure how much metal you listen to?
Like, on a scale of 1 to a lot.
On a serious matter, I do listen to a lot of metal, but I'm also listening to other genres as well, like synthwave, which Andri introduced me to
Yeah.
half a year ago or something. I think that's really cool. Also listening to lots of folk music, classical, some pop even. And just to quote my wife, basically I'm listening to everything from Mozart to Mayhem.
I do listen to a lot of pop. Like we talked about this before. Like we joke a lot. Like pop music is the worst kind, but there are a lot of pop artists that I like, and I also like a lot of retro stuff, and I like a lot of like 50s rock and roll. I like a lot of 70s disco and funk. So there's a lot of pop artists I like that implement elements from that, like for example The Weeknd or Bruno Mars with the groovy stuff, Dua Lipa.
The truth comes out. Does Bruno Mars is synthwave?
Let's find out.
For me, it's like maybe 40 to 60% metal per week. Mostly it's either synthwave or I listen to a playlist that has songs from all kinds of weird shit. Everything from like steampunk to dark cabaret to synthwave to darkwave to avant-garde pop. Basically anything that has slightly more of a darker, sadder theme that helps me think at night. I love synthwave with vocals mostly because I love listening to it while doing like Picross or like gaming, and also like the instrumental stuff, like the more metal-esque synthwave. That I like to put on that while exercising. A steady beat helps me running.
And also, of course, I forgot to say I listen to a lot of goth music too, like dark wave and post-punk. But I've talked about that before, so yeah. Self-explanatory.
Yeah.
For me, it's whatever plays on Spotify. I have one playlist, light songs, that I just hit shuffle. Sometimes there's a lot of metal, sometimes there's not. It said I had like 175 different genres that I listen to on a regular basis.
Yeah, I had 43 on my Spotify wrap-up. Thing is, I don't actually listen to metal like outside of concerts. I know which bands I like, but I actually like when I go to work or whatever. That's not what I put on. I only like listen to metal on live show. What I do listen to usually is like, just the weirdest thing. I think what describes my music taste the best is it went from movie score to Cannibal Corpse to city pop in like 3 songs.
Question for you all separately. Are you God?
No.
Undetermined.
I need to check in the mirror next time.
I'm not God.
You're Martin.
Yeah, exactly.
He's daddy.
But wait, I'm not God. I'm Martin, but which Martin am I?
I'm not God, I'm goddess.
What was the first song that got you into slam?
I'm into slam?
We're into slam.
The answer is, haha, I didn't.
Yeah, that cranium, does that matter?
I do want to use this question to get into some Andri lore, if that's okay.
Go on.
So the first time I actually heard of slam was not through YouTube or just exploring it randomly. It was actually because on folk high school I had a friend, and that same friend is singing vocals on How to Make Cyber Grind and Porno Grind, and he's the one who introduced me to slam. We were practicing for the school night, we were gonna do a concert, and he played this really catchy song with just palm mutes and chromatic stuff like bum 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 bum, and it sounded really fun and heavy, but it wasn't like lyric based. He literally just went
Yeah.
and I had to ask him like, what the fuck was that? What chords were we playing? And he showed me the chords. It was literally just standard tuning with like heavier bass on top of it. And he said like, oh yeah, it's slam. Just what's slam? And that's when my Google journey began. So how did I get into slam? Technically that guy, although I don't listen to it unironically.
Actually, it wasn't a song, it was a person. I'm friends with Mats, and we met through non-music related hobbies, and that's what got me into slam, because he's a really cool dude. Like he's actually one of my best friends. So I didn't get into slam through songs, I got into slam through persons.
What got you to start playing guitar? What made you think music is for me?
I play guitar?
Bitches.
That's for you guys.
You first.
A friend of mine introduced me to AC/DC when I was 11 or 12 years old, and then I realized that he is a fucking needs a hammer smashed face.
Oh gosh.
Introducing my neighbor.
Hammerfall.
Shut the fuck up! I like when MC
Hey, it worked.
Okay, so where was I? Just realized, hey, I want to learn how to play the guitars, and I did, and the rest is story.
History.
And the rest is and the rest is history.
The rest is lore.
Yeah.
Put that on the Wikipedia page. For me, I've answered this time, but basically, very short recap is that I was listening to a lot of metal, and I think I became a big Guitar Hero nerd, especially of Guitar Hero Metallica. And that was like, I should try real guitar. And I got a real guitar and didn't know what to do with it. So I just threw it in the closet for like the next 5-6 years. And then I learned about the game Rocksmith, and that's where I properly learned guitar. Yeah, that's where I am, from Rocksmith to this channel. And for what made you think music is for me, this is gonna sound really dumb. So after a year or two when I learned guitar, me and a buddy at Folk High School were just watching YouTube videos. And then we decided to just watch a Pantera live show. And then he was just like, did you know that on Pantera all the girls like to show their tits? So I just like, really? And then we watched the live show, but we didn't know where to find it. Scroll down to the comments, someone put time codes on all the times there were boob shots. And we were just like, ah, like dumb cavemen going, ah.
Booba.
Piece of flesh with fat in it, ah. And that made me go, this is why I want to play guitar. I want to start a band so I can see the boobas. That's not the motivation now.
Are you sure?
Okay, a little bit.
So there you have it, from rocksmith to rockstar.
Yes, and rock tits. Well, I come from a very musical family. Like my mother and father met in like a choir when they were teenagers. My mom was singing and my father was playing bass, so I've always been just like surrounded by music. I got into a choir when I was very young, and I just found that I really enjoyed singing. I was in a school like marching band for a few years, but I played the clarinet, but that wasn't really my jam. So my voice was more like my instrument. I've tried to play guitar, I've tried to play piano, but I can't really coordinate my hands and my mind enough. I've started now, I have 2 Irish flutes, so I'm practicing how to play them. Yeah, that's the answer, I suppose. I've just always been surrounded by music and just always found enjoyment in music and found out that I can do stuff with my voice, so yeah.
Would you say your parents acquired each other?
Go home!
Wouldn't acquire taste.
Yeah!
I don't know, I've always been into music, but never enough to actually play it. Last time I actively played an instrument was actually the saxophone.
I've half-assed tried to play guitar in like middle school, but couldn't even play fucking Smoke on the Water. So
I actually own a ukulele. The ukulele that we use for our skits is actually mine. I give so little shits about it. I keep forgetting it's here, and sometimes I like, oh, maybe I should play the ukulele, and then I forget I actually own one because it's here all the time. It's kind of the same with my studio lights. I'm always thinking I should get studio lights. I have studio lights. They're at Andri's.
Yeah, we got this question a lot, so we should probably just address it. So, first of all, Andreas does not exist anymore because they've changed their name. They're now called Molly, and they use they and she pronouns. They're not involved with Pagefire anymore. They did a video when they left.
And it's now private because I'm so tired of people bringing it up, like they're still part of the channel and other reasons.
And there's no bad blood, it's just the channel turned, like they said, the channel was turning into something different than what they had originally planned, because it was going to be the 3 of you, Molly, and OG Martin talking about different things. You with the music, Molly with the books, and OG with the video games.
Gaming.
But then it was the music part that kind of took off.
Yeah, and then behind the scene drama happened.
Yeah, but there's no...
Just know I'm working on myself more than right now.
Yeah.
No bad blood, just artistic differences. And we wish them all the luck in the world. And
Just a couple of nosebleeds. Mostly for me.
oof. Yeah, they still have a YouTube channel. It's called Discrot, and they do the book reviews and the things that they used to do on the Pagefire channel.
What's your guys' favorite song you made?
Oh,
That's actually really...
that's like choosing between your babies. I think because it was the first one that I was heavily involved with, and the one that I still listen to and feel really proud is Dragon Wings, because it was the first song that I wrote an entire verse on, and then we of course hired Craig Kane, who is an amazing singer, to do the vocals, and then to have somebody you never met before hear them sing something that you wrote and it sounds so awesome. It's like, yes! Or Drop Dead Gorgeous also, because that was really fun for me to do, be able to experiment with that kind of vocals, and people still say that they play that song and the other one unironically at goth clubs, so yes!
Also, a shout out to Craig Kanes. Check out both his bands, Tail Gunner and
Induction,
yeah.
Which my brain keeps saying Incision. Sorry, it slaps, especially Induction.
Yeah.
I do have some difficulties picking my favorite baby as well. I will probably say the songs we did for how to make thrash metal, mainly because that was the episode where I really got to shine and to show you what I was capable of.
Yeah, I remember we were writing a song, I was just like, Martin, give me a cool riff. Okay, another riff.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put them together. I have an idea for a chorus, and then we switched back and forth until we had ideas.
Yeah, basically. and then we had a bee song as well.
Yeah. Because bees?
Yeah.
Not directly for that pun, but...
Yeah, but the main idea then was we had one really fast-paced, typical thrash song as the A side, and the B side is more of an opposite, like slow, heavy, and groovy.
Yeah, my favorite.
The gore grind one?
For me, just like everyone who has to pick their favorite, mine is like the neglected ones. So I actually re-listened to it just for funsies, and it's actually the Cybergrind one. Because re-watching and re-listening, I kind of just had this flashback of just going like, hey, this was actually fun to make and edit. And this is also like a really fun and catchy song, even though for the vocals I literally told the guy like, just do whatever, and he made a pun song about having sex with an alien. Although it came with some great puns, you made my software hardware.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Let's do the data transfer.
Easy, Dragon Wings.
I'm partial to Deviant.
That's a very solid second place for me, though, because it's a fun song, but also we had fun making it.
Yeah.
It goes for the same with Dragon Wings for me, because I know we had a shit shooting day. We all know which day I'm talking about here, but it was fun as well. And also because that's the one like music video where we sat down and go like, you know what, we're gonna be ambitious and try only new things, and so we did. And it's also the largest shoot we ever done. In shooting days alone, we had a full week.
Yes.
Usually music videos is shot in 1 or 2 days.
Why are all the handsome people sitting on the couch?
I feel excluded. What about you?
I mean, that's just par for the course. We're the camera guys. We don't matter. We're as important as the bass player.
I'm that as well.
So you can't even stand beside me.
I'll walk.
What do you think is the best combination of genres, like funk metal, punk rock, etc., etc.?
You can't go wrong with melodic death metal.
Anything like gothic and metal, or symphonic metal, or post-punk, because it always delivers.
For me, I think anything with swing is like automatic. Like swing metal, I feel like that's an untapped market. In fact, when I originally started learning music, I thought swing metal should be a genre, and if it isn't, I'll start a band that's nothing but swing metal. And that got nowhere because I found out Diablo Swing Orchestra exists, so they took that market. So for other answers, I think anything with industrial is an automatic yes, because it's so easy to just program everything into any kind of genre and make it artificial and electronic.
Punk.
I'm very fond of stoner metal and stoner rock.
I'm very into movie scores and such, so I'm gonna lean towards symphonic mixes.
I love symphonic mixes too. Great orchestra ones.
Yeah, when they're done right, they're class.
Seeing Hans Zimmer live, that's so fucking cool.
Who's most likely to cry during a movie?
If I see something really sad, I'm always like on the verge of tears, but I don't think I've ever actually cried during a movie. Like I get really sad when kids or animals die, but I'm usually able to hold it together.
I'm still crying because I'm still crying when watching Dumbo.
Yeah. I think the closest movie I've been to crying was actually the first Hunger Games movie, when that little girl dies and Katniss is singing to her and decorating her with flowers. But I don't think I actually cried. It was just really close.
And also Pan's Labyrinth can be a real tearjerker at times as well.
Yeah.
For me, it's very rare. I'm emotionally dead. Lately, I'm more fallen for movies that's very relatable with the main character. Mainly Tick Tick Boom and Bo Burnham's Inside.
Okay, yeah.
Even though one of them is like a dumb comedy about being stuck inside a house, it's surprisingly genius about the depression of being locked inside a house. And I felt that really badly, especially during the pandemic. And Tick Tick Boom, just watch it. It has my biggest fear explained in the first song.
Since Nekonomicon is not a band, will Anal Granade ever be a real band? I'd love to see it.
The short answer is ha ha no. The long answer is ha 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 no.
Shadow band on Bandcamp again?
Yes.
Yeah, what happened there?
So, I have a theory about the shadow banning. Okay, context for those who don't know. So basically what happened to the original Bandcamp, it's now deleted because it was shadow banned. And so I created a new one because I thought the first one was shadow banned because it was on the songs or something. So I basically tried to fix it with the second one. However, the second one is also shadow banned. And I think it's because I actually noticed it got shadow banned after I re-uploaded an album that I told myself I wouldn't re-upload because it was just kind of cringe to have it there. But yeah, I think that's the reason, because it had a lot of yikes titles, especially since one of the songs was called The Unbirth of Wagner. So that's the theory of it getting shadow banned. Don't title your songs with yikes names if you want to stay on Bandcamp.
When is Andri making an OnlyFans?
He has already made an OnlyFans.
It's called Patreon. Link in the description, boys, gals, and pals.
Why, you don't know about it?
I mean, we haven't launched it yet officially.
No, by the time this is out.
Yeah, but we're saving it for New Year's.
Fair enough.
Which one of you is most likely to be a skinwalker?
Manfoot.
Him!
My neighbor, obviously.
OG.
OG.
What is that?
Bravely assume you were not all of them.
Favorite cryptid?
Mothman.
I'm gonna go with Mothman as well.
He's pretty poggers.
Just because I have a deep love for Scotland, I'm gonna say Nessie. I have sailed on Loch Ness, didn't see her, but I can understand why people would think there'd be something down there because the water's really like murky and you can still see like shapes in the water that it could be something there. So I haven't seen her, but yeah, she's cool.
I'll go with Dodraugen. A creature that lurks in the toilet while you're taking a crap. Just grab its next prey.
Oh, he likes taco. For me, I am very fascinated by cryptids, so I have a couple. I see one in your profile picture, the thing that is actually an owl on a tree.
Who?
In the profile picture, there's like...
He got it! He got it!
I also like Mothman, but only because someone wrote a banger song. Shout out to Dalton. Artist link here. But I also like... there's a Twitter account called like a cryptid something something, link here, that basically posts a lot of weird cryptids that sometimes becomes fan favorite. Oh yeah, there's also a guy that does like fake cryptid art, and he started doing shit posts now. He now draws a little white pill guy that's only 2 legs, that's a nice butt. And all the shots is him just showing his nice butt, and it's really cute. There are more questions, but I hate my neighbor, so that's it!
Bye bye!
Bye bye!
Happy New Year!
How's it going? Wait, how'd you get up there, OG and UK?
This is heaven? Smells like shit.
Smells like Detroit.
Well, that's it.
Happy New Year and Merry Christmas or whatever.
Happy
Whatever you
Hanukkah,
celebrate.
happy Kwanzaa, happy all the holidays!
Whatever you're celebrating, happy!
Happy.
Be happy.
Yes.
Be a little bit worried. Just a tiny bit.
We love you guys. Bye!
Bye.
Peace with a nose, bye.
Subscribe.
Eat pants.
Well, this definitely isn't Mexico because there's no yellow filter.
Well, we have a yellow brick road.
That's just a dead guy.
What about that white dog? And
That's
that
just a
little
white dog.
What about the Tin Man?
That's a refrigerator.
What about a lion?
Yeah, that's a line. You know I gotta do it now.
What?
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.